Hello, hello. It is a dark episode for January the 19th, 2022. I think it's funny. I go through my ups and my downs, and I'm definitely feeling a little on the downside. Is there a particular reason? I don't know. I pushed out my last two videos, which I'm quite proud of, and it's like, there. I did that. Okay. And it's not like I'm wanting great response. Actually, Michael K. Vaughn said, "Oh, I really like that," which is great. But that wasn't really. I think it's just, I'm done. And it's kind of like that, on that downside. And work is slightly more stressful at the moment. I'm no longer eating with the gang just because just trying to be as careful as possible and not bring COVID home with me. The resident who has COVID is feeling better. I mean, they only really ever had just kind of a runny nose and a bit of a sore throat. So they've had very, very mild to begin with. So nobody else seems to have come down with it yet. I guess we will see. I guess we'll see as we go along if we continue with that, or it's possible that that the person who got it, had it for 5 days. So does that mean somebody else in the house will have it for 5 days until they start showing signs? I guess we'll see. So there's that. I did talk about my goals a bit, which is I'm glad about. And I actually did do the thing that I said I was going to do, which is do the keep notes thing. And I'm going to try and make a point of looking at the keep notes thing each night with my journal and do that. And hey, I even did a bit of tidying today before I lit out, which is one of the things that was my kind of on my to-do, which is good. So I'm still functional. I'm usually functional. Whatever kind of low-level blues, kind of just mood stuff that I get, I think maybe it's just regular person ups and downs. Well, I don't know about regular person. I just only know about myself, and sometimes it just sucks. So we'll go with that. Oh, just a little note for myself. I don't know if it's a note for myself or the universe. There's more stuff that's not more stuff really. Joss Whedon, who is definitely fallen as the kind of worshipped creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel and Firefly and stuff like that. He also went on to do the Avengers movies, which isn't actually as much of a big thing for me particularly. He had all these allegations come out, went very quiet, and then for some reason recently did an article which basically damned himself by his own words of exactly how shitty he is. I mean, he's not Harvey Weinstein raping people, but he's like abusive boss who probably had inappropriate relationships with actresses on his set, young actresses on the set. Somebody who he's one of these guys who's like, yeah, he has a new girlfriend, and his new girlfriend is always 20, early 20s, even as he gets older and older. His recent wife, he's like 57, and his new wife is 22. It's, that kind of guy who needs that kind of power and balance in his life to go on, and seems to also, if he gets insecure and stuff like that, he abuses the person he's with psychologically, which is indeed what's happened with it seems to think, and various other things. But it's just one of those things of like, part of a generation who is like, oh, here's somebody who's maybe this is a new way of being kind of a male, being a good one, as he says. Unfortunately, being a good one now is seems to be code for being secretly shitty. So can't really even make that claim on your life. So I read the entire interview, and I've listened to some people who I actually respect talk about it. There's plenty of people who are kind of gloating over the whole situation because they see him as a fallen woke warrior or something like that. But yeah, just really shitty that way. As much as I try not to live out my existence through pop culture. Pop culture can really reflect stuff like that, and you get really deeply invested in somebody and their work, and it can hurt when you find out that, wow, feet of fucking clay, and that the world is a lot more complicated, which is never a bad thing to learn. That things are more complicated, and you just gotta. I don't know. It's like you have to admire actions, but maybe not admire people in a blanket way, because people are people, and you can't you shouldn't put them up on pedestals, because yes, they'll end up in ditches, or they can. And even if they don't end up in ditches, they might just end up being just a regular person, for every one who really, really seems to be like, oh my God, someone who probably kind of views women as something, as bit players in his grand movie. There's all other people who just have a shitty day, and get egocentric. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.